Welcome to another episode of CrafterCast, where we focus on specific topics related to modern content management for digital experience applications. Today, we're going to talk about AI and all the ways it can help content creators, and more specifically, how it can help CMS users increase their overall productivity. I'm Mike Vertel, CEO here at Crafter CMS, and with me today is Russ Danner, our VP of Products. So according to Gartner, by the year 2026, generative AI will automate up to 60% of the design effort for websites and mobile apps. So today we're going to drill into what that means and specifically how CMS users who build and manage enterprise websites and consumer-facing mobile apps and e-commerce sites, all types of digital experiences can benefit from this emerging AI technology. So Russ, let's kind of talk about AI in general and then drill into some specific use cases.
Sure. So I think we want to start with one of the big use cases that we see today, which is generative AI. And generative AI is all about creating content and assisting content creators with that task. And I think there's really two levels of this. The first is sort of fundamental content creation, and that would be like the creation of copy or the creation of images. And so those are just like basically generic, create me this block of text or create me a specific type asset with these parameters.
Right. And that's kind of what we see today, right? With ChatGPT, the ability to create articles, blogs, product descriptions, images from related technologies like DALL-E and others.
Right. And then I think you can take that and go a little bit further, creating really rich content. So one simple example is take a bunch of images and text and turn that to audio and generate video. Okay, so another sort of fundamental asset type, but that takes a bit more work. And then beyond that, creating structured content. So being able to tell the AI, this is the structure of a blog or a other type of really rich structured piece of content, and asking it to create that content for you and having it understand the structure.
Right.
The other thing you can do is create or reuse content. So you can have the AI generate new types of content based on existing content. So for example, create a video from a blog, or create a white paper from an article, or take a video and turn it into a white paper. So there are a lot of use cases there where different types of users want to consume the same sort of content, but in different mediums. And that can be very expensive for authoring teams to support, right? Because we've got to create each one of those different types of ways to consume that content. So
right.
By letting the AI do that work for us, we can get a lot more done with the same set of resources.
Yeah, so kind of the overall umbrella of repurposing content into different formats or for different channels for consumption. That's kind of the generative AI use case and all the different variants there that can be put into use today. Let's talk about some other use cases specific to CMS users. CMS users who are looking to enrich their content, who want to accelerate the workflow and scheduling, optimization of content, and deliver a better overall user experience to their audience. So can AI help in these particular areas?
Yeah, I think it can help in all of those areas. So maybe we should just break them down one at a time. And we could start with enrichment. So there's a whole class of work that we do in CMS, from tagging and categorization of content to make it more findable, to make it more usable to both us as end users or authors. Again, findability and things like that, but also more useful to our digital experiences through algorithms, right? So we can leverage, if we know something about the user, and then we can match that with tags in the content, then we compare the user to the content really in powerful ways. and things like that to support use cases like personalization and so on. You also have analysis of content. We really want to make sure that we're writing for certain audiences, that we're writing it content that is, promotes a certain outlook and so on. So we can use content analysis to help us with that sentiment analysis and so on. We can use AI to help relate one type of content to another type of content. That's really powerful, right? That to create these sort of links between content and to create those links and relationships on different sort of vectors. Maybe it's a subject vector, or maybe it's audience vector, or other kinds of vectors. You just giving a couple examples there. Another place that we can use content enrichment, or think of an enrichment use case, would be things like taking content and translating it into different languages, enriching the reach of the content, or improving the content suitability for SEO. Having AI help us with that SEO optimization effort.
Right. Creating different variants as well, right? And testing different variants to meet particular objectives or goals. How about workflow and scheduling? How can AI help in these areas?
Yeah, I think that AI can help us be more efficient, right? Help us understand when our users in different cohorts consume our content, what would be the right time to publish it. What is the right content that we should be working on? Are there patterns that can be found through machine learning that sort of indicate where we have weaknesses in our content, and then we should devote some effort into building up that content?
Yeah, I would put that in under the category of content strategy and content operations, right? The planning of content, the publishing of content to different audiences or different timescales, and the overall flow of content in terms of scheduling topics for particular audiences to again achieve particular objectives.
Right.
Let's talk about different user experiences that AI can enable as well, right? So one that comes to mind, and the more obvious one here, is intelligent chatbots that replace the the textual, the visual experience with more of an interactive experience, and how AI chatbots can improve the audience experience. Let's elaborate on that and talk about other ways that the user experience can be enhanced through AI.
Yeah, so I think that the first thing that AI can do with that kind of use case is make it feel natural, make it feel like you're not dealing with an automated system. So, really emulate what it's like to interact with a human, and also just giving great results. We've seen tremendous improvement in the quality of results generated by AI in just the last year. So I think that's a big win, and it's a really natural interface. It's something that everybody kind of wants to be able to just interact in a natural way that we do with each other, but through their digital experiences. And the results, I think, are all about getting to an individual result, which kind of leads into another topic, which is personalization.
Yeah, so let's drill into more of the personalization aspects as well.
So I think personalization is an area where AI can help tremendously. We've been trying to do personalization as a content management community for a long, long time, right? And the big problem that the space has with personalization is just the amount of work that it generates. You have to generate content for every sort of segment that you want to personalize content for. And the sort of more fine-grained the segments are, the more work there is. And of course, every marketer wants to talk directly to the customer. They don't really want to talk in segments. They want to talk right to you, have a conversation with you. And users want that as well. So that's a very difficult problem at scale without something like AI to help. And so AI, I think, can really help generate personalized, not segmented results, personalized results. And it can help measure and improve those results on the delivery side. So this is a huge win, and I think we're really going to see some big improvements in personalization and more adoption of personalization going forward based on AI.
Right. When I think about the complexity of multivariant testing, that's another area where you need to generate lots of different variants of content, test those across multiple channels, across different cohorts of audiences. AI can accelerate and ease the implementation of those types of strategies. Great. So how about Crafter CMS? What's in it? What's on our roadmap? How are we integrating AI technologies into Crafter CMS to help our enterprise customers and our open source community?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of great stuff going on. We have some plugins in the community already for platforms like ChatGPT and OpenAI that can help with those generative content use cases that we talked about. And we've got some work going on right now to take your content and feed it into a large language model and help you generate content that has a real subject matter expertise around your content, your audience, and so on. And we're also leveraging a lot of AWS AI services and machine learning services to support use cases around content enrichment with images and video and things like that, as well as translation and conversion of audio to text and text audio and so on.
Right. And our ChatGPT integration, we'll put a link in the comments to this video for our audience to check it out. So I think that's a great summary of AI and the emerging use cases and how it can help CMS users and how it's going to help Crafter users as well. So let's put a wrap on this today. Thanks everybody for watching and look forward to seeing you next time.